You know, my wife was like, oh, I want you to look like Chris Hemsworth and get your hair cut like him, but that's not going to work for me. I'm a little bit more of a Zach Galifianakis. I'm Ash Gullo, thanks for tuning in. This week I had a young guy come and visit me at the firm and ask me some questions about starting out in business. And he really put me on the spot with a question saying, how do I succeed in business? What characteristics do I need to survive in business? And because he was paying me a lot of money for my advice, I had to make something up on the spot really quick. And I thought, you know what, it's actually a pretty good question. So I thought, well, if I'm going to make something up, and because he's paying me for my advice, I might as well record it and share it with you guys for free. So, spent a few minutes thinking about some of the characteristics which I believe you need to have in your life if you are going to succeed in whatever venture you're doing. And I don't care what industry you're in or what genre or profession, I do think that these characteristics apply equally in any area in life. So, the first characteristic I think that a person needs to succeed in business is determination. A willingness to back yourself and take a risk. Believe in yourself that you can do whatever you set your mind to. If you don't have that fundamental belief or determination, I really think you're not going to be able to tough it out in business. You have to be determined. You've got to be driven to keep getting yourself back up when you get knocked down. Because one thing is true in business, you're going to get knocked down from time to time, sadly. So determination. The next thing I thought, and I advised the young man of a useful characteristic, is being daring. Being willing to take a risk and beat the odds. Go where others don't go. You know, the great businesses of the world are full of people who are innovators and who have taken a chance at doing something that no one's done before. And I thank God that there are those people who have dared to take a risk because my life is better. Your life is better because of it. You know, just this morning, I went to the fridge, I opened my fridge door, and there was milk there. That's because there was a business person who was game enough to go and grab a cow by the titties and give it a good pull and make some milk. And now I've got milk in my fridge because of a business owner that gets up early and makes my life better because they produce milk. Same with bread. I had some toast this morning. There was a baker that got up very early, innovated some things. Now it's mass produced and I get the pleasure of having baked goods in the morning. You see, business people, I think, make life better. And it's only people who, I think, take that risk, who are daring, they're the ones who I think succeed in life. You know, fortune favours the brave, and our life, your life, my life is better because of business people. And I think there's a real dignity in business. The third point I told the young guy was be yourself. Know what you're good at and who you are and stick to that. You know, it's like when my wife checked out Chris Hemsworth on the movie and says, I want your body to look like him. Well, that's not going to work for me. I'm a bit more of a Zach Galifianakis kind of guy, you know, and I need to know what all the workout I do in the world is not going to make me look like Chris. So I know what I'm good at. I'm good at like eating pizza and just having some, you know, there's the lasagna and the spaghetti. I'm Italian, all right? And I know how I'm built. And I think the same is true with business, all right? You need to know who you are and what you can actually produce, what you're good at, and stick to that. Have a vision, all right? That's all part of the direction. Have a vision. Know where you want to go. Stephen Covey talks about starting with the end in mind. So once you know where you want to go, then you can work out a plan or a goal in how to get there. You know, if you don't have a plan or goal, you're just going to wander aimlessly. You'll end up nowhere or anywhere. So it's really important that you have the direction with where you want your business to go, and make sure it's congruent with who you are and what you're good at. Don't try and be something you're not. Don't copy the latest fad. Be true to yourself. Do what you're good at doing and be the best at what you do. The fourth thing I said to the young guy that he might want to consider if he's going to go into business and succeed in business is discipline. You know, when statistics show that 80% of businesses within the first 5 years fail, you're going to need to stick at it and you're going to need to make sure that it goes well. You know, the same studies also suggest that profitability in business may not even come till about the 5th year anyway. So if you're going to survive, and not only survive but succeed in business, you need to have some discipline. You know, discipline to be able to tough it out when others won't. Discipline to stay at it. If you know what you're doing is viable and can make it, well, you'll outlast your critics. You'll outlast your competition, but you need discipline. Now, you know what? Not everyone's disciplined, and it might not be something you're willing to work at, and that's okay. Maybe business isn't for you, and that's completely good. I think part of business is knowing when to hold them and when to fold them, when to get in and when to get out. Business is not for everyone, but if you are going to get in, you have to be disciplined. And finally, the fifth point, he was only paying me for 5 points, so that's all he was going to get, is difference. What's his point of difference in his business? You know, in an environment where you can really struggle to get your message heard, particularly online where there's so much competition, not just locally but internationally, we're competing globally, how is he going to make his message heard loud and clear? What's his point of difference? What's his unique selling point? I know in our firm, we're in highly commoditized legal services where people just see a lawyer as a lawyer. How are we different from our competition down the road? Why would people come to me? I know one of our unique selling points is we will always tell our clients the truth. I had a client speak to me very surprised that he asked me what was happening with one of his contracts, and I said I hadn't had the time to get to it yet. He would just stopped in his tracks and said, "Oh, I can't believe you told me the truth." You see, it's a value in our organisation, it's a point of difference, and that client has been a loyal client of mine for over 8 years. He spends a lot of money with us because he knows that he can trust us. Our unique selling point in a market that is sometimes inherently distrusted, we're truthful. And I explained to the young man that if he can develop his unique selling point, whatever area it might be in technology, it might be in innovation, it might be in customer service, that he responds to clients super quickly. Whatever your point of difference is, you need to emphasize that and make sure you can stand out loud and clear in your market. So I wished him well. I took his money very graciously, and I'll let you know later on how he goes. But I think this young guy might just succeed. Have a great day.